Hello and welcome to Arbitrary 20. This is the second episode of our Expanse campaign. So last time we got introduced to our characters and we started out on a mystery in the space station of Eros. Real fast, everyone go through who are your characters. Just real quick overview. John, can you start?
My name is Aldous, and I'm the technician.
Aldous, the technician.
My name is Logan, and I am the pilot for this group.
Okay.
And I'm Axel, and I'm the investigator for this group.
Alright, we got Aldous, Logan, and Axel. Okay. Interesting bunch. Okay, so last session, what do you guys remember that we did?
I have the notes.
You have the
We
notes?
fought some dudes, we interrogated some people,
We showed up to this really messed up asteroid.
Really messed up asteroid.
Well, I mean, by messed up, I mean the people.
Okay,
Kind of messed up.
The ship explodes in Eros, and so we're told to go find the people who did it and bring them back alive if possible. And so we go and interrogate the dock workers.
To get everything out of them, they give them a water ration.
During their water ration.
Yeah, and they were talking about Amy Osmond's OPA. We went through and interrogated the dock worker, and he just he didn't want to talk to us, but he eventually gave us the information we needed. And then we got an address to Tina Cesarino.
Yep, Tina Cesarino.
Yeah, nice. And so while we were heading over there, we noticed people following us, and
You guys immediately decided to start a gunfight.
Yep.
I'll just kill them both.
Yeah, that's the
great.
Martian one.
Yeah,
Oh,
damn dusters.
are you gonna take that?
Any fight you walk away from. Alright.
As the police were coming. But
Yeah, well, in this case, we ran away from
Totally dipped.
well, what else do you need to commit a crime? Or something like that. I don't know. As you do. Okay. So last we left off, you're right, you guys were walking towards Tina Cesarino's apartment on Eros. Okay, now Eros, if you guys want to remember, so Eros is an asteroid in the belt between Mars and Jupiter. Eros is actually a real asteroid. In this case, though, a space station has been built inside of it. Tina Cesarino's apartment is towards the innermost ring of the asteroid. Now, due to the Coriolis effect, which I explained last time, this shows that she is fairly poor. The more that you are closer to the inside of a spinning body, the more the Coriolis is pronounced and the less gravity there is. So she's very close to the inside, so it's very obvious that she's not a rich human being. Okay, so you guys arrive at the address listed. You guys are in a long hallway. One side is manufactured made of metal with doors all along it, each one with a lock on them and an address printed on the door. The rest of the hallway is made of the asteroid rock itself. It seems that this hallway was just kind of cut straight into the rock. You guys are standing in front of Tina Cesarino's apartment. What do you guys do?
no. Or do we just bust in?
We're going to try and knock.
Alright, try to knock. Alright, there's no answer.
I assume so. With
What would be in a toolbox?
A
Only of
toolbox.
our
yes.
toolkits do we have.
Because I have a toolbox in my equipment.
You have perhaps a crowbar. You have your hand terminal. Your hand terminal is basically your all-purpose smartphone from the future.
Right.
So, I didn't go over this last time.
The doors have keepers now.
One thing that I have wanted to go over today is you guys are all very used to playing D&D. You guys are all very used to playing D&D, where you have spells, where you have a little bit more freedom to just kind of like go nuts. Here's the thing. I had initially planned this campaign to be a lot more like reality bound. Yeah, I realized that that's not nearly as fun. So, if you guys want to do something, I'm gonna try to get it to where it could happen.
Okay, I'll just keep
If you
going.
want to say, like the equivalent, last session I used catapult, right? Great spell, love it. Okay, basically you throw something really freaking hard. Well, maybe you can build yourself a little catapult and use that, or whatever, or build yourself some sort of blunderbuss. You guys are technically savvy, at least some of you are. So feel free to have a little bit of fun with it.
Okay, does the door have people?
The door has an electronic lock with some sort of card reader, but not a keypad.
Didn't she, didn't the dock worker have an ID or something?
I believe so. Wait, we sent it to us, right?
I see. What did you ask?
The information.
I was looking at if she had an ID, because I'm just scanning her hand.
You were not given an ID. Tina Cesarino has been effectively missing for 2 days.
Right. I was asking if the dock worker had given us any files.
No.
Okay.
Not that would be useful in unlocking the door.
Yes, I will.
Attempt to unlock the door. So just
Is
describe what you're going to do.
there a way I can hack this thing?
Well, so if you want to hack it, you could use your hand terminal to do so. Your hand terminal is, like I say, your smartphone. You want to do something computer related, that would be what you would use. So if you're going to try and hack it, do you have a hacking focus? All right, and you're going to roll.
I have improvisation.
You have improvisation. It would not apply. Actually, it would apply in this case. So roll. Where's hacking? Whichever one hacking. We're going to have you roll security.
Novice
Roll
improvisation.
intelligence security.
Novice improvisation just lets me.
It lets you do things.
It doesn't give me a bonus.
It doesn't give you a bonus. So you're just going to roll intelligence.
Strict intelligence. +2.
11. Sadly, the hacking program that is on your end terminal does not work in this case.
Is there any, like, so, does it have a door handle?
It does.
Can I try it?
You can.
Does it open?
Yes.
There we go.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why?
As Axel pushes down on the door handle, the door swings open silently, revealing a dark room.
That'd be impressive. Nice job.
Thanks.
That's the look of
We just always jump to like, I gotta open it, I gotta take lock it.
I think it's just habit. You just want to sit there and just like brute force the door down. It's like, no one ever tries to twist the handle or pull your push.
This is the look
I
of
never even do that.
Now
That's
played
some-
by
that's
the
some
door.
work that would be obvious. Yeah, outplayed by the door.
outplayed by a door. All right. So, you're currently in a dark apartment.
Is there a light switch?
As you walk in, the lights turn on automatically, revealing a completely spotless apartment, almost as if no one has ever lived here. There are no dishes in any sort of sink. The bed is perfectly made with hospital corners, and the floor is completely clear. Everyone make a seeing check.
Okay.
If you have a focus of seeing, you'd use the seeing bonus as well
Assuming
as
this is
if it's
perception.
proficiency, otherwise it's just perception.
I have 13 foot.
Is this just general? Like, not look for something specific?
What would you like to look for?
Some kind of camera or stuff or something?
Go ahead.
12.
12.
9
9.
So we just add them all up and then plus that.
plus your
Yes.
perception.
So
and if you had some
11, 13.
Now remember that if you roll doubles,
Yeah.
you get stunt points, and you are currently in an investigation encounter and can therefore use stunts. So,
Is there a card?
I grabbed all the cards.
Let's lay all these out. So we can just grab.
I can also see them.
Stun.
Alright, so Axel, you rolled a 12 for seeing.
Yeah.
You notice that the entire apartment is covered in a small layer of dust.
It's not completely immaculate.
So this is investigation stun.
like
Yes.
intentionally, does it seem like? Or just
That's all
regular,
you see.
regular butts?
Just dust. You do not see, you search for what, sorry?
Cameras for traps. or something.
Cameras are trapped. You see a camera in the top right corner, some sort of standard issue invader privacy type camera.
Definitely not. Well, is this like average in apartments or?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not being special. Ooh, actually,
One thing you notice is that it seems to be turned off.
okay. So I see about turning that back on and like checking the water or something.
Okay, so
So you found.
sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, it's okay. You found a camera and what
She sees a quick layer of
That's
dust.
dust. Okay.
What did you roll? Please?
I rolled 5 on my stun points. I rolled a 13 in total.
A 13 also noticed the layer. of dust.
Okay, and then I'd like to spend 3 of my stun points out of the 5 on the aha stun, and then I'd like to spend the other 2 on intuition.
All right. What do they do?
So aha is the GM reveals an additional useful fact about the object of your test per stun point spent, which is simple, and the reward gain +1 per stun point spent for your next test following up the lead you're unlocked. Can I split those up? Can I do like 1 for simple and 2 for detail to make this super common? Sorry to make it
So-
Let's- okay, so I give you an extra fact.
Yeah,
All right. So you use aha.
yeah. And
All right.
intuition.
So another. So. Oh, and you're how many are you using? All 3.
All 5.
So he
I'm
did,
doing
he did
all-
3 for aha and 2 for information.
Yeah. Just gonna put 1 turns off like
Gotcha. You can see that based on for your aha, you spent 3.
Yes.
You used 2 for simple and 1 for detailed.
Uh,
Or do you use them all on one?
let's just do 1 simple, 2 detail.
2 simple, 1 detailed. Okay. You notice the dust. That doesn't cost you anything. Okay. You notice that the dust is on the floor as well.
Okay.
You notice that there are no footprints in this dust besides your own.
That's 2 simple. Or 1. That's 2 detail or 2 simple?
That's a simple and a detail.
Okay.
You also notice that the water ration for the last week is full for this apartment based on the gauge by the sink. Now, based on your intuition, you can see that this probably indicates that no one's been here for at least a week.
I would say there's lots of evidence around saying that there's not been anyone here for quite a while.
Definitely should take that one.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah.
just tell him to
Take that one.
Okay.
It's 5 days.
You just immediately pour it out. It's about 5 liters. It's a liter of water per day. So
Well, do we have like containers? Water bottles?
each of you might have a canteen. That's about it.
We can make sure they're full
Top
of
off.
chug, yeah.
You use a negligible amount of water ration. Alright, so
And then I do want us to train on the camera and checking its logs.
alright, so in this case you are going to roll intelligence technology.
roll the stunt on this? It's a 13.
Check the stunts.
Investigation.
Right? Or that infiltration.
Investigation.
This one might be infiltration.
You have the same card there, so.
Okay, I'll give you a quick rundown of this apartment. It's fairly small. It's not quite a studio, but it's pretty close. The entryway that you guys walked into is also the kitchen. Attached to the kitchen, through a small door into a small alcove, is a toilet that seems to be pretty close to waterless. Through a small kind of open doorway leads into some sort of living area with a bedroom through a door to the side. And the camera that Aldous spotted is only in the kitchen.
And it's just fair to assume that my observation of all the dust and things is across the house or the apartment.
It's the entire apartment,
Just
except
making
for
sure.
where you guys just walked in.
Right, just for concurrence.
Can I check the bedroom for any personal items or any, or just their apartment in general, but more specifically the bedroom?
For personal items,
Yeah, personal
yes,
items or anything.
roll perception searching.
Can I do the same thing except not necessarily personal items, just looking for things in the opposite room, so what do you want to say?
16.
16, you notice that, what did you get on the drama today?
5.
5. You notice that there are no pictures on the walls. In the bedroom, you find a few small knickknacks. However, there is nothing that would suggest any sort of personality about this person, almost as if this is a completely blank slate. What did you search for?
I wanted to just search in general, like just for stuff.
Where are you searching?
The living room, or wherever the opposite room she
You're searching in the kind of living area.
Yeah.
All right, roll to search.
So you said there's infiltration, investigation, like a cheat sheet, like you do?
For what you're doing, I would guess.
Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to know before I choose the stunt, but what I, can I know if I succeed before?
It's a stunt. So, what stunt are you looking at?
Well, if I don't succeed, I want to do high-tech hustle, so to give yourself the ability to perform a task you otherwise couldn't.
Well, you haven't rolled, or
I did.
Or what did you roll?
I would roll a 13. Because it's intelligence. Right?
yes, you would have succeeded in turning it on.
Okay. In that case, I'll do. Okay, I won't use that one.
All right, Pete, 15, you were able to find that, again, there is a conspicuous absence of any sort of personal memory. The couch, and which is facing a console in the center of the room that you guys know to be a 3D display, is completely barren of any sort of personal items.
I gotta turn on. Can I try to go turn on the console
Yes,
with like the terminal, or just I don't know how that works.
you go to turn it on using your terminal. However, there seems to be a voice lock.
So like a voice activation.
Yes.
Okay. If I go back to just wait around.
Okay.
Can I check the fridge for anything?
Yes.
Is there anything?
You find that the fridge is completely empty, as are all of the kitchen cabinets.
I turn it on, okay, do I need to roll for checking the logs of the camera?
With the same roll, you find a memory stick in the camera itself.
So I'll check it.
You'll check it by plugging it into your hand terminal. You find that it hasn't been on since it was for several years. It seems as if the prior occupants of the apartment turned it off as soon as she moved in.
So she okay.
The last thing you see is the video of a young woman with black hair an exceptionally thin build. Walk into the apartment, immediately look up at it, get up onto a chair, and mess with it somehow. The timestamp is dated 2 years ago.
I'm starting to get the suspicion that maybe they gave us a fake name and like an empty apartment, but I don't know if the camera has anything to do with that.
The camera facial recognition software does recognize the person as Tina.
Definitely seems fishy
If
here.
I did intuition, could I find anything out from the footage?
From the footage, it seems that the footage shows that Tina was fairly good at technology itself because she's able to turn off the camera. Turning on the camera is easy. Disabling it to turn it off is the hard part. You also are able to notice that there is a small label on her jumpsuit labeled the Oasis, which is the name of the ship that exploded.
Did you share the information about the people having the voice lock on it?
No, I think her. I was all alone in the room, so probably didn't. So I was waiting back in the kitchen while we all were through.
Probably I have probably the best of it.
Well, something seems
Or was all you were going to check for personal items?
For now, in the fridge. I was like, oh, I just check the
You did
fridge.
check
I
the
was
fridge.
back in
All of you are currently back in the kitchen / entry.
there was something definitely off about this. I'm curious why the front door was unlocked. And you just were able to walk in like there was nobody's business. What did you find on the camera?
So you listen
Well, I mean, yes, sure. If it's
So you're
tell me
really
where you go. Or perhaps there's some way to put that, save that file for a little bit longer, in case we need it.
Did you find anything interesting in your search?
Nothing of note. There's a
Does it go by
3D
or
console
is it
that
like
like
period accident?
Further than that, you see in the footage just a blank apartment, no one.
So she seems to be the first one.
Yes.
I'll
As
right
far
back
the logs
to the
only
beginning.
go back a few months before that.
Okay. And I was like the beginning with the camera. So just I mean, it's still all like, you know.
So if there is any footage of her speaking, maybe we are able to unlock the terminal.
What is your role in your intelligence roll?
For the previous 13.
That is a good point. We need to try that. Did seeing us at all on the camera?
Do any of the rest of you take a look at the footage, or do you just trust the roll?
Well, I could, I don't know if it would make a difference, but I could use my last to do the +1 for the 14.
Technically, if we're going based on lore, I don't trust either one of you. So, well,
That's respectable.
Yeah.
So now you bring that up.
I will go ahead and
Let the take a look at the footage.
All right.
I will
Roll.
I will do
Roll intelligence then. Intelligence security. If you're taking a look at the footage. Security.
Well, I told you the +1 because that's the thing. I don't expect
So
that.
plus one. Okay.
6,
That was the one.
8,
That is doubles.
and intelligence, you said? So 10.
10.
So I get 1 stun point for what?
Infiltration and investigation.
I'm not. Did I roll high enough? Or?
The only thing I think that would help is the aha. Like she's 16 months.
Okay.
Well,
No,
I have to do the
I mean, you can also do the flashback one. That's about your
Oh, that's true. Flashback.
did my roll succeed at all?
I guess I just did.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to see. You agree that
I did the
you see
simple
the
version.
same thing.
You think the deep one follow one is better.
I'll just do a detailed on all of this. Because I only have one. So I'll just spend one of my set points.
Which you go plus one to the next
I guess so, yeah.
Well, you're able to see that there's some sort of artifact in the video footage. This indicates to you that there may be some sort of deleted data or encrypted data on the drugs.
Go ahead. Tell that through.
After knowing that, then I would try to decrypt.
You're going to try and decrypt it.
Yeah, we can do it.
Is that engineering?
In this case, it would be. I keep thinking hacking is a skill, but evidently hacking is not a skill.
I'm assuming it's either engineering or technology.
In this case, it would be, I would say, technology.
Deep value as well. All the hackers are not. Hacking is not a skill.
Oh, it's just technology.
All right. So while you attempt to decrypt the file you were doing,
I also want to look over the footage, but I don't know that I
You
can
see
see
those
anything
stunts?
else. I can just search for any other details. I don't know if you have any other details.
While he's decrypting that, I start scuffing my feet around.
It's still investigation.
the dust rises up a little bit.
Are there any other people in the footage at all? Like, is it just her?
It is just her and the footage that you guys can currently see. What did you roll on technology?
1 second. I got it was only 11, but I did get 5 stuff points out of it. So
Empty. Did you stuff your feet as well? I don't want to be tracked.
Oh, yeah. Also do that as well.
Yeah, that one was the one that was interesting. I'd say go for it.
I just
figured
I
I'd
think
split
our
the
feet on the
thing
carpet's
and not burn it all in one.
Prints.
But now we got nothing left to lose.
Oh,
So burn it
yeah.
all.
yeah,
That's
this is
good.
encrypting, yeah. So
Full send me.
Okay. Are you going to look for anything, or are you just going to scuffle your feet?
Well, on my way back to the bedroom, I guess I'll take a peek in the bathroom, and just see, like,
Alright, roll for, are you actively looking for something specific, or are you just,
personal items, I guess, again, anything with identification.
alright, roll
Identify.
searching.
Perfect.
There we go. 14, you're not able to find any personal effects at all. There is a medicine cabinet behind the mirror, but it seems to be
I got 11, but I'm going to spend my 5 stuff points to decrypt it.
breakthrough on send this to you. Yes. So you're immediately. So as you. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. What's up? Yes.
Yeah. That's okay.
Right. So as you take a look at this video footage, you're able to get into the camera's OS, and you see that there is a set of files that were deleted. However, the data had been marked for deletion by clicking delete. The memory stick in the camera had not actually been reset yet. So you're able to pull up the video. And you see that it is a video of Tina Cesarino as she hurriedly turns the camera back on. After a few moments, she goes back into her bedroom and nothing seems to happen. However, you see that there are several hours of the video. Do you want to skip through it, or do you want to just sit here all you guys and watch it?
Well, we can't
So
pour it
why
up
not
on
watch the whole thing?
portal. They're very nice people, but let's watch it. There's nothing else to do. There's only-
You guys are just going to sit here and watch the footage?
Can we watch it at like 1.5 speed?
You guys can watch it at whatever speed you want.
I say we say up to 5 times speed, and then every time she comes back in frame, we'll just pause it.
How would we just cut it in half?
Like,
Like
like,
2 or
Alright, you see that there are 5 hours of footage.
5 hours?
and we can get it done in 2.5 hours if we get it twice the speed.
That's true. But
That's the
I feel like,
simple math I know.
An hour.
I feel like it'd be harder to see stuff at a faster speed than
What?
to a faster speed. I feel like it would be harder to see something. It's like quick or something like
3 times speed.
But what's wrong with sitting there for just 5 hours?
that. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Like, this is our only lead,
yeah.
so.
I guess let's examine it. I like it, I guess. We'll do it. Let's go.
You guys will shoot power through
We're
it.
gonna marathon
Yes.
this thing.
At 1 time speed. Alright.
Someone
So
has to keep a watch on the door though, and to make sure that nobody's suspecting us. Or
Yeah, we'll take turns watching the
like standing by the door, listening for noises. Let's do that.
oh boy. Alright. So she goes into her room and closes the door. Everyone make a willpower check.
Yes.
I believe I actually give people
I got doubles.
everyone around me gets 1+1 to willpower tests.
Alright,
3 plus 1.
11,
14,
14,
17.
17,
With doubles on 5.
14.
14. All of you managed to stay awake for the first few hours.
When does my stun points expire?
At the end of the encounter.
So is this an encounter?
I would say that you guys have finished the first. If you guys begin investing, you guys currently are not in one. However, as soon as you guys stop watching the video and move on to do other things, that would either end the investigation encounter, or if you continue investigating, that would continue the investigation.
I investigate the video while we're investigating.
You want to investigate
Well,
the
you
video.
got 5 stuff points.
I got 5 stun points. No one lives those.
Yeah.
How do you want to investigate the video?
Aggressively.
Turn up the volume and listen
Stand
for
with-
noises.
Turn up the volume.
Spam breakthrough.
That is my solution for everything. Is listen for the.
Breakthrough penalty.
You break through again.
Require us to get
Yeah, I want to do breakthrough.
Breakthrough for the first 2 hours of footage.
Yes.
Oh, I have to do oh.
Well, I
Up to
kind of
you.
walked it in already, didn't I?
I'll let you not.
Okay, well, then I'll revoke that.
So for the first 2 hours, nothing happens.
You can read to find out. Breakthrough. I'm kidding.
True, if you want to use your breakthrough on just those first 2 hours.
I'm putting it on here.
I will use intuition on the first 2 hours, and then when I do the last 3 hours, do lucky break. I'm just trying to be creative.
Alright, so what's intuition?
Read it, you want me to tell it to you?
Yeah.
It's my cryptic language that I always speak.
Intuition. You reveal a fact about the object. Okay, you notice that she went into her bedroom and then nothing happened. So there might be something in the bedroom.
Okay,
So that's the first 2 hours.
alright.
Alright, we'll make a willpower check for the next 2 hours.
Just forget the +1. Very important. Oh, I got doubles. Of
Exactly.
course.
Right now, mine's 100.
Well,
I got 14.
11 plus 2, 14 or 15.
either way, you guys pass. Congratulations. You're able to sit through 4 hours of nothing.
Again.
Again, we are very strong little people.
You guys have now sat for 4 hours watching a video of nothing happening.
Well,
But
sometimes
also taking
we're
turns watching
taking
the door.
turns watching
They
the
enjoy
door.
watching the door. Nothing happens at the door.
Amazing.
Yep, you guys could have watched it at say like 10 times speed, and then just been like, well, if something happens, we'll slow it down. But no, you guys decided to sit here and watch it.
Yeah.
for 4 straight hours.
I'd still like to use the rest of my stun points on a. Well, I guess it's
Wait, choose lucky break till she comes out.
okay. Well then, can I
Because I have 3 stuff points
say I
now,
want to
too.
do it, but I want to wait until she appears?
So you go through 2?
Yeah.
Well, then you can use it now. She can use it when she comes out.
Yeah, there you
Fantastic,
go.
and I'll use it now.
What are you using now?
Lucky break.
Lucky break.
That's using up the rest of my stun points from last time.
You realize that she's probably asleep, and that whatever happened would have to be in the next hour. I can't give you something that's not there,
That's
despite you using this stuff.
That's okay.
Well, no, it's okay. You found out that she's
You figured out that she's most likely sleeping, seeing as she hasn't left her room,
This is good.
and there's no exit from her room that you guys saw.
This is good information for us.
Good.
And that, whatever it did happen, for someone to delete the footage would have to be in the next hour.
Okay. Let's
Alright.
power through the next hour.
Yep.
Let's go.
Alright, guys. Alright.
I'm through.
So who's watching?
Watching the video or the
Watching the video. Whose turn is it on?
Who would have the best perception? Because I think that's who should keep on the
My
video.
perception is 2.
My
Mine's 1.
perception is also 2. But I
You
have
two
to
do
search
you
in
two do it
for
all watch the
searching
door. Yeah.
Alright, so we have Aldous on the door. We have Axel and Logan on the video. At the 51-minute remaining mark, the door slowly opens. There's no sound with this video. It's only video.
Main door or
In the video.
the main door?
The main door to the apartment. Someone walks in holding some sort of pistol. However, you're unable to see their face. It is not because they kept it covered. There is some sort of video artifact that is keeping you from seeing this person's face. Something that they maybe have on their face or some sort of software embedded in the code that doesn't allow the camera to record this person's face. They, at the 51-minute mark, they come in holding a pistol.
Wait, real quick. What was the timestamp on this video before it was deleted?
2 days ago.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I
On
forgot that
this
we
new
didn't
video.
ask about this. Okay.
on the new video. The old one was,
The one that is to take a picture with my hand terminal, or however, like save a picture of the person.
you're viewing this on his hand.
Okay, then I take a picture of it on his turn.
You take a screenshot. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I'm not here.
As this person walks in, they immediately walk over to the bathroom and open the door silently before moving over to the bedroom door. Opening it, and you see a few muzzle flashes, and then the person walk out of the room. And back out of the apartment.
There's no sound.
There's no sound on the video. So there is no sound of the gunshots that you can hear, seeing as how the video has no sound of the gun. The footage is again still. The bedroom door slowly swings, slowly rocks back and forth with the rotation of the asteroid, but the murderer closes the apartment door behind her. You guys continue watching the video.
Yeah.
At the 15 minutes remaining mark, another group of people, these without their faces covered, you see that they are builders, a few with tattoos on their faces, come in, and one of them immediately goes up to the camera and places something over the lens. And then after a few minutes, the video cuts off.
Can I take a screenshot again of the people that came in, as well as a close-up of the person that's messing with the camera?
You're telling me.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Aldous, switch with me for a minute. You want to watch this?
I would want to see, after seeing that first part, if there's a way I can mess with the footage to get it to show these things, like disable whatever.
All right, that would be an intelligence technology.
That's really good. Well, I got 16, and I kind of want to just break through it. 7 out of 5 stuff.
Let's do it. Full send.
Yeah. So if I use the it's just one thing.
Yeah, I just have to finish my, I can use the stop points before I finish the game plan with the investigation. No.
Still in and counter.
I'm so sure that
What else is
Can
what else is
I
there?
use my stop point, or my stop points?
You guys are still in your investigation.
Okay, and I also use, what's for 3?
The lucky break. Look at your
Sorry, I haven't been able to.
So you're using breakthrough.
So,
All right.
do it.
Do it.
We
You are unable to hack the camera to show the person's face. It's some sort of deep embedded code thing where it never took the face in the first place. So you aren't able to actually see it. However, on the people who came in afterwards, you were able to spot an OPA tattoo. Sorry, not a tattoo, an OPA scarification on the person's neck, on the one who messes with the camera. That's about it. On what you want to use lucky break?
Yeah, that would have been excluded from my queue that would have discovered.
Well, you're able to, based on the fact that this person has an OPA scarification, you understand that this isn't a normal OPA cell, like anyone who you've perhaps met before. You know, wait, are you a Belter?
No,
You're an Earther?
Yeah.
What's your background again?
I was an academic.
Academic. You remember from a few of your history lessons about the OPA, you remember that there is only one cell of the OPA that uses scarification instead of tattoos to mark their members. And that it is Jameson Eskel's OPA.
Hold on, how do you spell his last name?
Yes, AEL.
Okay.
You also remember that they operate all over the belt, mainly on Eros and Ceres.
So we're in now on Syria.
And Ceres Station. Ceres.
Yeah. So do we know anything about that group?
In this case, I would say you have to roll history, I think.
Intelligence has current affairs.
Yeah, it'd be current affairs.
You know what anything Belcher?
Roll current affairs.
Okay, that's intelligence.
Yeah.
It's 9 plus 2
Plus.
11.
Both of you have heard of Jameson Eskel before, and he's a particularly brutal OPA member, but nothing past that.
That scarification on the person's neck right here, that's very specific to Jameson Eskel's OPA. Like, I don't know where we should go from here, but I know that they operate in Eros and Ceres, so maybe just pop in everyone's collars and
We've heard of that name before. We're very good person. I don't believe that there is anything else here for us to investigate. Cover that tracks.
I kind of want to investigate the book a little
Yeah.
bit more because I found out that there may be something in the book.
Alright, so you guys go to the bedroom. What do you do?
maybe.
For anything that far.
Check under the bed.
Yeah.
Alright, roll for searching.
Yeah. 11.
11. As you go under the bed, you immediately find a hand terminal underneath the bed. Next to it, you're also able to spot a small blood splatter on the wall underneath the bed.
This gentleman is a cancer to album office and say, hey, like, you may want to check through this.
We'll check to that and then we'll kind of, I assume we don't have DNA technology.
What do you mean?
Just check the blood.
You don't. But someone might.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Oh, sorry.
It's fine.
Where's the wall made of?
Like, okay, let's go fresh
No.
one. Fresh one. Okay.
Fine.
I already gave my toolbox like torch and alcohol.
You do have a torch. And oxyacetylene well torch.
Perfect. I'm going to cut the wall so we can keep the sample of blood. I'm going to try. I know how metal works, and I'm going to try to not
Okay.
burn the
I'd
blood.
rather just bring some of the
Fair enough.
Good try. I'll investigate the
You're going to investigate the hand terminal. What are you going to do?
That's my best option.
Then read some.
I'm going to try something else.
You're just going to open it up and see what's inside? Or
Pretty much. Who does it belong to?
Well, as you
Basics of it.
as you power on the hand terminal, you find that it has low battery, but enough to do what you want. However, it is locked. You can attack it. It will be a security check. Intelligence security.
12.
12. You are unable to hack the lock.
Can I also try?
Yeah. Since we're all
Put it back here.
I'm going to try.
Sure. Let her do it for you.
Oh, that's a 9.
You are also unable to get through.
Alright.
What is this? Seems to be some sort of passcode lock. Yep.
Jesus Christ. That's terrible. Yeah, I'm not going to count it up. It's like 6.
So you are unable. All of you are unable to actually hack through the lock.
Yes, there at one point.
While all
something
this
but
did have a piece of software that he could upload to it, it wasn't strong enough for the encryption on the hand terminal. Both of you just try some passwords and you couldn't guess the right one.
Like 1, 2, 3, and
It was not 1, 2, 3, 4, and it was not 5, 6, 7, 8 either.
Was it 0, 0, 0, 0?
It was not.
Damn.
she's got good.
Yeah, she has some good security.
Yeah. It's a gift we give that to someone else. We take it with us, try to unlock it someplace else.
Real quick, I could have sworn your character like country accent last time.
Yeah, I changed
I
it. There's,
just wanted to make sure.
well,
So we're
Inch has a, for Inch I'm trying a, like an Arthur Morgan.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still terrible at accents.
I tried to clear it in. You don't handle it though.
Right, okay.
But I like his voice, so I'm trying that. But last time I was trying the British accent, and that was not going well. But I did some research on both. So,
Alright. What would you guys like to do?
figure out how to get that blood stain off the wall.
we're gonna bring someone in here and check it. Okay, you got a point. What material is the wall?
The wall is made of some sort of metal, most likely aluminum.
Figure out if we broke the wall, would it like open into space or into rock? Or no?
You guys would probably need to make say a science check on that one. A science intelligence check.
That will be burned now and worried.
Not 14.
14. You guess that it would probably open into some rock, but that there's probably electronics in the wall. By electronics, I mean like wiring,
Yeah.
you know, for lights and things.
Stuff that shouldn't burn.
Yeah.
Real quick, I
Well,
want to ask,
You could break it.
Well, aluminum doesn't have a heat spread like steel does.
No, it does
Steel
not.
heats up the whole thing. Aluminum only heats up the section that you're.
True, aluminum has excellent heat dissipation.
Yes, in correct engineering terms, that is what I was getting at. So I would suggest we just burn a very large hole in the wall, so that way we keep the heat as far away from the blood as possible, while still taking the wall with us. And screw whatever wiring's on the other side.
A little bit of it, but I think we just mix it in.
while I was
We
doing
don't
that,
know
can
that that's these
I go
skills.
check the bathroom one more time? Because
Somebody.
I did go into the bathroom
Building,
shortly.
What do you check
Actually,
for?
the one that makes it.
Are you trying to see anything interesting, or you're like, you know, on the walls for like secret compartments, or?
Okay, roll to search.
Ooh, I got that. Oh, I got triples. But it's a 9. Wait, oh, turn 11.
11.
Yeah.
You're able to, you don't find any secret compartments. Yeah, that's about it. You don't find any secret compartments. I mean, it's, you realize that the dude went into the bathroom to see if she was there, not to actually use the restroom.
Oh, see, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Secret compartments in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Right?
What kind of check is it?
Searching.
Perception. So after doubles.
You triples do anything, by the way?
No.
That's so there's only doubles? Or what is history?
I think I said like, you said you would get something if you roll triples, but it's like, you get like extra stuff points. Like, I'll give you like 1 extra stuff point if you roll triples.
I got 10, but I don't use intuition.
Intuition.
I think we can use that.
And you're looking for secret.
Yeah.
Okay, you realize that this person was pretty poor and probably didn't have secret compartments in it. That and you don't see like the entire panel is the entire wall is like one panel. It's not segment.
well, if no one is in the world dilemmas with me cutting a hole in the wall, I'm going to get on that path.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to take out my torch and I'm going to
We're not disturbing the evidence.
Look like that.
I'm just whatever
It's not exactly a welding check.
engineering,
Yeah.
crafting.
Craft. This would be a crafting check.
Perfect. That worked well for me. That's why I said engineering and crafting. That's what I have. So what is the special focus do?
So it's effectively a proficiency bonus.
So +2 on top of my
Yep.
okay, perfect. So 12 plus 4 is 16.
You're able to successfully cut a hole in the wall. However, as you do so, the lights turn off in the room you're in.
Just in that room.
Just in that
Okay, that's
I didn't see that coming. I know I didn't.
Alright, what do you guys like to do?
If I have a bag or something, I'd like to store the piece of metal in it. After I let it cool. That's important.
You let it cool,
Perfect.
and you're able to put it into, I'm going to say you have some sort of satchel with you. All of you have some sort of backpack or satchel. I'm just Yep.
You may as well sleep.
In the bed that the girl got murdered in. I think. But, real quick, I do just want to check the tank of the toilet to see if it's just empty because whatever actions or if there's anything in there. I highly doubt it, but you know, last ditch. I don't want to miss anything. Last ditch effort.
You're searching in the where?
The toilet water thing.
In the toilet bowl? In the toilet bowl?
No, the thing that holds the
Out
water.
in the reservoir.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a waterless toilet.
Oh. Okay, I didn't know that. You said that it seemed there was like no water in there. But
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was a.
It's a waterless toilet.
Her name's Tina.
Yep. Tina Cesarino.
I have her in front of me.
Yep. You have her hand.
I should write that down. Where are you putting that? I've got some equipment that makes sense.
Who's holding it? Who's holding on to it?
You gave it to me.
Okay. Oh, this is holding on to it.
Bloody piece of wall.
That was all the items you got, right?
And you should probably keep that USB stick.
Yeah, and the
Oh,
microwave-
that's right. And then camera logs.
You know, you better be real careful if anyone finds that you have that. You won't be targeted.
Of course, you carry
I
By the
don't
way,
wanna
so
know.
the aluminum panel is fairly sharp on the sides of the cut it. Just so you know, you didn't cut yourself with it.
And I'm gonna keep track of my water containments, full or empty too.
Okay, so you guys have finished watching the video and searching the apartment. What do you guys like to do next?
And we have our, what's his name? What is his name? The dude who, Paul Atreides, we have his number. Can you, like, update him or something?
Goddamn.
I still have phone
You do have a direct line of contact with Director Paul Atreides.
Should we update him?
I mean, he did not ask for any sort of update yet, so.
It's just, you know, he sent us to Eros, and, like, I don't know if we're staying on Eros or if we're gonna go investigate Ceres, but I feel like we should let him know if we're leaving the asteroid.
Well,
Do you want to call it?
spread about everything we found out and see who wants to do next.
Reveal anything.
Not
your
just
boss.
yet, I don't think, but, I think we should make a decision
He's a
first.
boss.
Or just, with money.
Because that's the thing he said. He said that he wanted us to find the people responsible, preferably alive, but one of the people who is directly related to this case is no longer alive that we know of. That we know, like, there was gunshots, so I'm not sure whether that's alive or dead. But maybe we should make a decision of whether we're staying here or leaving first and then update him.
Yes, what would you guys like to do next?
What would that be up to you next? What leads do we have?
Well,
The
Jameson Estelle.
Jamie. Who was it again?
Jameson Estelle.
Jameson and stuff.
Estelle's OPA specifically, but they have they do OPA scarring or whatever.
Yes, they do scar. Normally, you guys know that normally, if someone is affiliated with the OPA or the Outer Planets Alliance, they have a tattoo of the OPA symbol. However, as I explained last time, the OPA is kind of a loosely grouped together group of terrorist cells, and they're all different. In this case, the only one that does ritual scarification instead of tattooing is Jameson Estelle's OPA.
Yeah, I think we just let him know everything we found and see what he wants to do next.
Okay. I agree with that as well. We should research Eros for a little bit longer for any other clues.
I think we should probably try to identify the blood on this piece of wall that they cut down before we do much of anything else. Because Tina may be dead.
Right? No other people around here. I don't know who's even agree on that with us.
Perhaps we could find the guy.
Trust me.
Won't trust anyone involved.
I'm not surprised you suggested that.
But that's for a small fee thing. I'm not doing it because I trust them. I'm doing it because I just want to get the money. has context, and you can contact me like anyone would like to have something better than fair enough. It's all about
So you guys are calling trade.
Yes.
All right. So who's gonna use their criminal?
We can do it like a group FaceTime
Is
call.
there,
Like,
is there
you guys,
speakerphone?
Yeah, there is.
Sure, we'll use mine.
Use yours. Video or audio?
We'll do like a group
Video.
FaceTime.
Group FaceTime.
Wait,
All
where
right.
are we?
You guys are still in the apartment.
In the bedroom? In the dark, right?
I assumed you guys had moved into the light. However, yes, you guys could be in the bedroom.
Okay, so the bedroom is dark.
The bedroom is dark.
The
You guys
rest
don't
of
need
the
upper lights.
apartment.
The rest of the apartment is fine.
Okay, well then. Move to someplace that's lit. And then, go.
So you guys move into the
Make sure
entryway.
door is closed and the light and the cameras off. Or I have the memory sticks.
Yeah, you have the memory sticks. Okay. So you guys go into the entryway and immediately call Trades. After a few moments, you see his face appear on your hand terminal's view screen, and he immediately perks up at the sight of you. Hello, Dirt Squad Beta. How you guys doing?
good. Yeah, update for you.
An update on the case. So, did you guys talk to the dock worker?
Yes.
So, what did he have to say?
Martin Garbo, he gave us the location of her address, along with some other information about her.
Tina Cesarino's address.
Tina Cesarino's address. That's good. Did you guys check out the ship transponder logs like I asked?
Mhm.
And what information did you get from that?
The reactor went critical 10 seconds before the explosion, and no log of passengers or crew on the ship.
Interesting. So, do you think it was automated?
I could have been, honestly. No clue, but we did find, so we went to Tina Cesarino's apartment, and we found some video logs from the camera in the corner of her room, but it looks like she might have been murdered. We have no solid evidence of that right now, but there were
Can
like,
you send the video footage?
is there a secure line that we could send it over?
This would be a secret.
Okay, perfect.
That's
Thank you.
Oh, what do you think?
So he seems to watch the video, and he sees that he seems to be watching the video on his end. He says it seems pretty conclusive that this person is probably dead. But if you guys would like to get it investigated, I understand. Did you guys collect any evidence from the scene?
Yes, I have this piece of it's metal, and it has blood on it.
Bloody metal.
Yes.
Great idea. Great idea. Aluminum won't absorb the blood because it's metal. That's a great idea, Logan. Just a great idea. All right. Well, I do have a contact on the Arrows Police Department who could be able to analyze that blood for you, get the DNA results back. Would that be helpful to your guys' case?
Yes.
Okay.
One more thing, we do also have, sorry to interrupt, we do also
Oh,
have
no worries.
we believe is Tina Cesarino's, what's it called,
Hand turning.
terminal.
Well, were you guys able to unencrypt it? That is unfortunate. Well, I don't have any contacts on Arrows who would be able to hack it, except for maybe the police department. However, as I'm sure you guys know, the Arrows Police Department is kind of pathetic. So, maybe you guys could look up some sort of specialist on Arrows to see if there's anything you can find. Otherwise, I might be able to send someone with a ship. I think I have a frigate in the area that I might be able to send for you guys, and maybe there's a hacking specialist on it, but I have to check.
And another thing, sorry, I said one more thing last time.
Oh, it's fine.
One of the things, so a couple of the people, the Belters, who came in as a group to
Jameson Eskel's OPA. There's only one OPA group that does a ritual scarification, as I'm sure you guys know. Well, I don't know anything about them. Have you guys reached out to the local OPA cell leader, besides Eskel, of course?
You know who that is? Like out of character.
Out of character, I can.
Who that is?
There was definitely a possibility you guys met them last session. I can't remember the life.
Do you think we may have killed them? Or
No,
I don't think we did, because it was what? We met the guys at the dock who led us to the dock worker who was there.
What if we just really
No, you guys didn't.
And then-
I think I took that out of the session.
I wouldn't say we. I really did not fire a single shot that entire
Yeah, it was almost
combat.
with
That was
everything.
all you.
guys
Yeah. Actually, I did fire a shot just against every time.
And then
No, you guys didn't investigate the docs. Never mind. It was
no.
for that dude to show up.
Okay. Well, yeah. So
Yeah, it just so happened that that was a particular thing that didn't happen. So no, you did not meet the local OPA leader.
okay. So that we know that he works at sorry. Eros and Sirius. Do you want us to also investigate Sirius now, or should we stay on?
No, series would be much too long. Series is a long ways away, several weeks, even traveling at one full G, which I know that not all of you can find or can withstand. Well, keep working on Eros. Pursue this Jameson Eskel. Maybe try and hack that hand to him or get it hacked. And maybe if there's something in her messages that can point towards what you're looking for. Or maybe something in her notes or contacts. Otherwise, I don't know. Maybe talk to the local OPA cell leader. Let me check. I believe the local OPA leader, that would be Marutuba Kulu. She's a strict pacifist, so she might be able to help you. But there's no guarantees. There are no prior affiliations with ADPR. Marutuba Kulu.
I don't know if I spelled that right. I'm sure you
Doesn't matter. She's a strict pacifist. She should be able to help you, assuming that you don't piss her off. Well, is there anything else you guys need from me? All right, I'll reach out to my contact at the Eros Police Department, and I'll also see if I can bring in a frigate with a hacking specialist aboard to try to look for something on Eros itself. I have no telling when a frigate would actually be able to get in.
Thank you so much.
Of course. All right, you guys are my best squad. That's why I put you on this case. All right. Anything else you need from me?
That is all.
Thank
All right, sir. Good luck, guys, and Godspeed.
That's fun. Sir.
You seem to like this a lot, but I still do not trust you.
All right. So what do you guys do?
I assume we walked around this apartment and asked if no one would have any clue what we were doing with the dust, our footprint thing, so I'd say we can just leave.
All right. So where do you guys
I think the best was just to cover up there.
Well, I
I
just
didn't even
need
think
that
about
up.
that one.
I went around and shoveled my feet around the whole apartment. So.
What do you guys do?
Let's go outside and I don't know. Start with the Eros Police Department, I guess? Or do we wait for Paul's contact? Like, is he gonna tell us that, like, hey, I've gotten in
He said it
contact?
would at least take days, right?
Okay,
Well, that would be to get a frigate there.
yeah, that's about.
I would say let's start with this one and try to beef that.
Okay, let's try to get the license.
He said he has to contact his contact.
Contact is contact. Great move.
You said go to the police officer, except that fast. Right, I remember now.
So he's going to contact the police and we have to find a specialist to hack into this terminal.
All right. So what do you guys do?
saying is there's nothing we can do for
Trying to find a specialist.
Let's do.
Let's all try hacking it again. One more time first, though.
I already did that.
You guys all want to sit there and try and hack it again.
One more time each.
All right.
Let's
I'll
do
be
it.
nice and
I
let you.
figured the
Yeah.
way we were really in.
It's up to my discretion and once in a while I'll do
I got doubles on 5.
Yeah, I got doubles.
What is this?
Two.
Dexterity?
You got
No.
a 7.
This
You got
is,
doubles.
this is technology.
Technology.
2 stun points is going to recover from the 7.
What's technology under?
Yeah.
In intelligence.
What did you get?
Oh, then I
Oh,
got,
sure. Nuts.
It's minus 18 minus 2. 16 plus 3. So,
Minus 2 plus 3. How'd
yeah,
that work?
sorry, I was,
So you rolled 2 5s and 6.
Oh,
oh, 16 and
so
then
that'd be 16.
19.
19.
I got 15, so that's
You got what?
15.
Alright, so
So,
after a few moments of trying to guess Tina Cesarino's password, Axel is able to guess after completely using random numbers. You're able to get into Tina's hand.
Did we remember those numbers though? Because to get into it for future use.
Or you can
No.
just disable
Well, I don't know. Do you?
I got a 5, so even if I didn't, I was gonna use the
Doesn't
like
matter.
percent.
We unlocked it. We can change the password.
Maybe.
It's easier to hack now that it's.
It's unlocked. That's about step 1 to hacking
Yeah.
it. So,
Okay, I'm gonna hand it back to Axel and just be like, here you go.
you're asshole.
Oh, that's right. All this, my bad.
Ah, thank you.
I will first do that. I will try to either change the password or make it so it's just permanently unlocked.
Roll intelligence security.
Don't make it permanently unlocked in case we drop it or something. That's gonna be a bad time. You know what?
We'll make our own password.
One step at a time. 11.
Yeah, you're able to change the password to something you remember. What's the password?
Random numbers that we know.
Alright, what numbers are they?
69.
69, 69, gotcha.
I hear you.
So
Strangely enough, as you add in 60, as you type in 69, 69, it says you can't use the same password twice.
Oh my god.
Well,
You know what? I will make it my current ability scores. 2 1 0 1 1 2 1 0 1.
Perfect. Alright, so now we level up and you all change your ability skills.
Oh, no.
Alright, so you unlocked the phone, or the hand terminal. What do you do with it?
Search the messages, like
Search the messages.
James, or not James, Paul said. I don't know where I got them.
Alright, so you immediately open the messaging function in the hand terminal. And you find several calls and messages from an unknown number. And it seems to be talking about the person on the other end seems to be pleading with Tina, asking if she would sell her ship to the unknown caller, and she kept denying it.
Is there any way I can track
That would be another technology check.
Is it still the same encounter, by the
You're
way?
a technician, right? But
Is it still the same encounter, by the way?
we are now in a different
my
investigation.
proficiency is technically engineering?
At least in my phone. I'm so sad.
there wasn't much you could have gotten that.
Yeah.
You already got 19.
I only got an 8, but I'll try to use an aha because I got 1 something.
Aha.
Yeah.
Yeah, an additional useful fact. Okay. You're able to figure out, well, you keep reading and you find out that she kept denying them until you see that the last message was 2 days ago, the same date as the timestamp on the video where she was killed. The last message reads fine with a period at the end. Alright, so what do you guys do?
Let's try calling the number. Let's not do that. Or like, just start like, you know, like if we can call the number at like a inconspicuous time and then get their voicemail maybe, like, and just like,
Actually, is there a way I can make this number appear?
Star 47.
60, wasn't it 60?
Maybe it was 67, I don't know. That would be again a technology check.
Sorry, this university starts 69.
Maybe 12. You are able to render it anonymous by screwing around with the equivalent of SIM card. The futuristic key.
I'd say it's like we'll make it anonymous. Try.
Let's do it. Full send.
Do we have a voice changer of some type, or you just want to be
Either that or is anybody better at, is anybody decent at changing their voice?
like a deep voice with visuals?
Then you're gonna know it's my voice.
You speak any higher than the voice you're speaking in right now?
No.
No.
You become the girl voice?
Not been very fun during playtime at school.
What school?
I don't even think I had an education on typing. I don't know. You have voice changers in the terminals? Just make it sound like I don't know.
It depends. Roll. Download your. I mean, you can like, yeah, you can download one, share it on the App Store.
I think.
Yeah, you can roll.
What is this?
This would be communication. 12. 11. You do not have a voice changer installed on your hand. However, you are able to install a stock one, but you're convinced it's probably terrible.
One of us slightly changes our voice, and then talking to the terrible voice changer should be good enough, right?
What we'll have to do for now. Can you change your voice like?
Is this even?
We'll have to do. Let's call them now.
Alright.
Well, y'all might be better than me for this
Like how you're just insisting John's gonna do it.
Just because I want to see what he can do. If he changes his voice, I don't know. I just want to hear what like high pitched all this sounds like.
Is this
Maybe.
Turn into a raspy voice for high That's where we'd be going.
Do
That's
Alright, what do you guys do?
do what you can. Just call.
Put it on speaker though.
That's horrible.
Just put on your pants.
Alright, fine.
That's all.
I take his hand terminal and I call the number.
After a short moment.
plan?
If you want to call, then I will call.
I'm here
I'm
to call.
growing impatient.
What's the plan? We're gonna fake me and someone else.
Good
We're gonna
point.
say.
Fair point. I was just going to shoot from the hip. I figured you were pretty good at that being a duster.
Not quite my specialty.
Very well. What do you want to do?
How are we gonna get information about
person who's messing with
Yeah, you guys don't know.
Assuming the person who did this or somebody who is close with the person who did this.
Perhaps we could pretend we are part of OPA. And, because we believe that the police will not be intimidated. OPA may get those answers.
Well, okay, so what we know from the messages is that this person was trying to buy the Atlantis, the ship Atlantis from Tina, and so
And she kept denying.
and she kept denying it, and then she suddenly said fine.
No, until the other person said fine.
Oh.
Here. And then that was the last message.
Oh,
The other
I
person
thought
did.
it was
So
her.
we're not
Okay.
back. The person that was sending their messages. Somebody here. who's totally coming.
Just call it and do. I know what you did.
Speak all correct.
And watch them squirm.
Through the not on somebody's uniform.
All true.
Like I said before.
How can we pull it off? I don't know anything about being.
To be honest.
Well, step one, you have to kind of sound like a elder.
Yes, sir.
You're not gonna only get to talk. Why not even have to talk? If I can just get them to say a couple words.
Is there like voice recognition?
Voice recognition, maybe. You guys probably don't have that software.
Can we record it?
You could record it. You could also try tracking their location and tracing the call.
What about this?
I will attempt to both of those things you were talking
On the same answer? I don't know.
Yeah, I have 4 hand terminals on me, so I can't make this work.
Yeah, he's a drug dealer, in case you guys didn't know.
Didn't
I
realize
have the 2 thugs and I have Tinas.
Didn't realize I was in the presence of a professional. Sorry.
Oh, so the plan is you can call them and you say we've been trying to contact you about your ship's extended warranty. And there you go.
Well, that may actually work. Let me give us
So
a try.
that's exactly what
If it is the ship sales, that would be perfect.
Just try to be a salesman. Just, just
Don't
record,
even know
record,
these calls that I know.
record, and try to track and call. Sound good?
Let's do it.
Alright, that's what we're doing.
All right. So long to make the call.
Well, I'm glad you planned it out.
Yeah.
Just hit the button, not know.
Because I was just gonna just go ahead and just start
Yeah.
saying stuff. This is good.
Let me see.
Alright, so push the button to call.
After the dial tone, after a few moments, you hear a distorted voice through. What do you have this number?
Oh, hello there. This is Claus, and I am looking to talk to you about your ship's extended warranty. I believe it's about to expire, and I would like to work with you a little bit, so perhaps you could continue that
Who
warranty.
is this? How did you get this number?
Like I said before, my name is Claus.
All right. So while this is, we're gonna make you roll here in a second.
All right.
Okay, we're gonna need step 1. I'm gonna need you to roll
Voice recorder and
voice recorder
tracking.
and tracking. So you're
Oh,
gonna-
can I
so
do
for
the voice
the
recording instead, or does it have to
Yeah,
all be-
what kind of rules are they gonna be?
So, voice recording, I'm going to say is going to be technology, whereas tracking is going to be security,
Both those are intelligence, right?
intelligence.
Yeah, I have the same +2 to both of those.
Wait, so I
My focus is engineering.
okay. I should have asked this a while ago, but this the numbers on the side those apply to all of those roles and that kind of
Yes.
thing, right?
It's effectively, if you're thinking of it in D&D terms,
Sure.
remember how you're not proficient in everything, and you just add your proficiency bonus?
Okay.
In this case, you just don't write down what you're not proficient in. And so if you're not proficient in it, you just treat it as if it's the normal ability score. And it's the exact same way in D&D,
Yeah.
but all of those things are on the character sheet. Whereas in this case, you just don't write them down.
So for proficiency bonus, is it like a standard +2 or?
It's a standard +2.
Okay.
Do you have either one of those? Technology
For if I don't have technology or security, but I have a +3 to all intelligence rolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna plus 2. So.
You want me to-
Take whichever one you want. Which
I'll
one do you think
take
is
one
more
of them.
important? I think tracking
I think
position
I'll
is
take
more
the
important.
tracking then.
Alright, so your tracking position, that's going to be intelligence security.
I'm recording.
Your recording voice, that's going to be intelligence technology. Go to roll.
Let's go. 10. Oh wait, no, 13.
11.
Here, I need to start writing some stuff down. Alright, so we have tracking, and we have voice recognition. Alright, what did you get on the drama die?
4. I got an 11 total.
4 with an 11 total.
I got a 3 with a 13 total.
Alright, so now, Logan, I'm going to need you to make a deception roll. Communication deception.
Which was deception? Oh, communication. Right there. Yep. 12 plus 2 is 14.
14, what did you get on the drama die?
6.
6. Alright, so you guys have successfully passed the first of the advanced test rolls. However, you don't have enough of a voice sample to recognize the voice, and you don't have enough data to track the location yet, but he hasn't ended your call yet. So, Logan, keep going.
If I was across my desk and your registration.
You don't get to tell him anything.
That's so sad.
So perhaps we started on the wrong foot. Oh yeah, Nemi clause. Getting them.
Yes, Chief, I don't actually.
By the way, I'm speaking Belter.
Yeah, I know you are.
So I've been trying to learn this.
Yeah, here's the problem, Michael.
Would you? So
I don't have
I'll
Belter memorized.
translate. I'll translate. So
Yeah.
I said, "Hello, my name is Claus," and then I said, "What is your name?"
I will not give my name. Oh, who are you, Klaus? Klaus, who are you? Roll deception. Both of you roll.
Okay, this is hard.
Whoa, hell yeah. I got a 16 plus 3.
So you got a 19,
yeah,
so you
that's
passed. What did you get on the drop that?
I got a 5.
I got a 14 with a 6 on the drama.
Is there a stuff?
You officially have enough to be able to look through a voice analyzer. You have enough data. What did you get, Michael?
11.
11? What on the drum? 5. 5? Alright, you got him. We're playing in sync. Really? You do not have enough data to
I do
track.
have 5 stone points now though. Can I try for something for this sense?
I don't really know what type of encounter this would be.
Membership and reputation.
Maybe it's an attitude stunt.
Okay.
This is
I would
amazing.
say mine is
This
a
is a-
investigation stuff, but this is a
Yeah, and what stunt would you like to use?
the breakthrough stuff because there are 5 points.
Mhm.
So I need not only information but some form of conflict. Vertical.
It wouldn't apply.
Really?
You're not investigating, you're acquiring, you're letting your computer acquire enough data.
Okay. That's so sad. I guess never can't do anything.
Alright. Cool. Logan, keep going.
Give it through. Means, how are you?
How did you get this number?
I go random numbers, trying to see who would like to get their extended warranty extended. Because everyone needs a warranty on their ship. I don't think you understand. Opportunity, which means do you understand?
I understand everything. You are a scam artist and I do not.
I am not
You are
a
the
scammer.
worst. You are the worst place of
I am
society.
not
You are a terrible human
Sir,
being.
sir, please listen. Please.
Roll the 7.
I do one more.
Yes, you get to roll again. You're missing
Well, since I'm good, is there any way I can assist her?
13 plus 5 on the ground die.
I got 14 with a 5 on the drama dice.
Alright, you officially have enough.
Zero plus two.
You officially have enough data to track the location.
11.
Hell yeah.
The location appears on your hand.
It's 14. I meant plus 5
Doesn't
on that.
matter. You have the location on your hand terminal.
I'm gonna make a signal to Logan like a finger guns and then just like
Do we have the recording? That's some wrong hits. So now
Wait, you're recording? What is this?
well, that was out of character.
Oh, okay, fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so in character, what do you say?
So out of character still, all I have to do now is just
Do whatever you want.
Oh, okay. So, sir, would you like to talk about your work?
Ugh.
I don't think you understand. I am part of the biggest ship producer in this entire universe. As far as
You are a terrible person. I should shoot you that I have had tracking software on this call this entire time. And I know that you are in the apartment section of Eros, and I have men coming for you right
But I
now
have you
because you are a terrible person, and I do not like you.
The reason why we track is so that way we can have quality assurance for customer satisfaction. You don't understand. This is how we do good work. And everyone, I tell you, everyone needs to have.
I'm pulling my gun out and going
Everyone
You
needs.
guys are outside of the apartment, by the way.
We're inside.
Did you guys go back
We
inside
said we
for
were
this call?
inside.
Oh, alright, fine.
Everyone needs a warranty on their ship.
You want
You never
in
know
the
whether
ring?
the asteroid
I
will
have
hit your
the
ship.
address of your location. I have sent them to your location, and they are about to kill you. So,
Well, I hope you understand. We have your location too. Goodbye, sir. Oya dang. And then I hang up.
That was so good. I really like applaud for that. Oh my god.
Yes, too.
That was like-
filter. You threw
I
it
was
out.
waiting to bring it out, and that was perfect.
alright, everyone, make a, I want to say like an insight, into a perception intuition check.
Ooh. Oh, wait. That's not good. Roll a save.
Oh, actually, Michael, I'm going to need you to make a persuasion check.
Okay. Where would that be under?
Communication.
Okay. So 11 plus 3 is 14 plus 2 is 16.
16. Well, you realize that you did in fact say that you had his location. You also, all of you, realize that the location you got doesn't move with the phone, with the hand terminal. So if that person moves,
Oh, man.
your location that you tracked won't move with them, and that you definitely just said that you have their location. And so if they take that seriously,
There's only so far you can go.
Location.
Oh, where? Yeah, I was gonna say, where is it?
the location that you find is a dock access area for workers. I'm trying to think of the name.
This.
Yeah, on Arrows. It's a technology access area. A maintenance access area. There we go. A maintenance area for the docks.
Okay, I got a 12, but I rolled doubles, so I don't know if this counts. Or would I be able to use bravery? I see it coming. Well, I don't know if I'm
Sure. I'll let you.
It's 1d6 from the damage I take.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright, so what do you guys do?
I toss the hand terminal back to Elvis, and
Throw it in the bag.
I take my pistol out.
Shit.
And if there's a couch, I'm gonna hide behind it.
Pistol. No, I think we should get going.
Oh, well,
I'd rather roll them.
How was your dog?
it's even worse than you.
You see the blood splatter that's on the wall piece that you have? I don't want that to guess.
That's a good point. Well, you can run and gun. I believe we should leave.
You guys leave? Alright, so you guys immediately,
Don't act suspicious while leaving.
you don't act suspicious? Alright, all of you roll communication disguise.
I'm not really trying to do this.
Well, it makes sense because you don't care. You just want to fight.
I got 11. But I got doubles, so I can.
I got 15.
15, and you're not doing it at all.
Okay. Cool. I will. Can I also roll sleight of hand to have my hand on my pistol in my pocket?
You can just have your hand on the pistol.
Well,
Are you open carrying or concealed carrying? Most people open carry. Yeah.
I want to conceal.
You want to
I
conceal.
want to conceal. I want like a little sleight of hand. I want
Alright, roll disguise. Well, okay.
a little sleight of hand.
It would be a sleight of hand to draw it. It would not be sleight of hand to hide it.
Just be stealth.
Because it's harder to draw. No, you wouldn't have to.
Okay.
That's fine. It's drawing the gun. That's it. That's the difficult part of working.
Okay, so hiding it's not.
Hiding it's not hard. Drawing it when it's hidden is hard.
Oh, okay, I'll just act this ridiculous.
Alright.
I'll just go with the brute.
Alright, then
Is it
roll
communication?
disguise.
This is a 9. I got a 2 for stunt things. Is there a disguise stunts?
This would probably be
Sorry.
Is there?
There's,
I think there's a stealth one.
I still do.
this would be probably infiltration.
Yeah, so
Introducing the circle will help right now.
I'm not at liberty to answer that question. However, I will tell you that it could.
The strawberry stuff on the inside of this is like a monster.
So the churn pool, whenever I reach 10
Oh, right.
and 10, 20, and 30 in the churn pool, something bad might happen. All I'm saying is that it's at 10.
I'm just gonna do. It's a 10.
Yeah.
Oh, is reducing the churn pool maybe worth it? I can do that. I can reduce the churn pool by 2.
Oh,
You just said something bad.
go for it, yeah. We'll reduce it by 2, so that means the likelihood of happening is less.
It would just remove it from that.
Well, I can do 2 stunts?
How many stun points do you have?
I can do 1 of each.
What you want?
Yeah, I'll reduce the turn pull by 1, I'll add 1 to my stealth roll. So these 2.
Alright, well, congratulations.
So that makes me a, what is that? Yeah, 10. And then reduce the turn pull by 1.
Alright, so where do you guys go?
um,
By the way, neither of you are acting very inconspicuously, but you don't see anyone.
His
outside.
location.
yeah, we're gonna go towards the area that we found this location.
Alright, so you guys are immediately gonna go there.
But like, as normal as
Can
possible.
I attempt to continue that track? Continue tracking?
It was only while the call was active.
Okay.
You got the location during the call. You didn't get the location of the hand terminal.
Well, since we connected to that hand terminal once, and I track it later.
Sorry, Chief, you need much more sophisticated software to do that. You actually need a professional hacker who, you're a technician. Yeah. Sorry, Chief. Alright, so if you guys so you guys just go straight there? Yeah.
Always like
Keep,
to meet you. We have
keeping
some
my eyes
cheap-
out.
check our cheap. Oh my god.
What?
Keeping our eyes out as we're going.
Alright, everyone roll perception, searching.
Yeah.
Should I try? Well,
What do you want to do?
well, if I can. Otherwise, I'll perception. Do I have the ability to do the voice analysis, or is that something
You would need to, you have a voice sample, you don't have an analyzer.
I have a 16,
I
13.
can
Perception searching.
People, who are like following us, coming towards us, or anything. And then I see them.
12. Is this investigation?
You're not.
Private stuff.
Alright, what do you guys do?
We got together?
Alright, none of you see anyone following you as you guys go. Keep going.
Anything like suspicious?
Like, do we see people
Or like
watching
big
us?
with us? Yeah.
You don't see anything like that. However, no one's watching you in particular, but none of you are being, except for you. You're being pretty inconspicuous. Both of these two, seeing as how one's an earther and one's a duster, both just very much kind of stick out like a sore thumb no matter what they do.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Alright. You guys make it to the door. In this case, it seems to be a steel or aluminum or some other metal door through which seems to be some sort of tunnel. There's glass in the door allowing you to see inside, and you see that there is one person kind of standing guard watching through the door, and two people further behind him. You cannot see what they're doing from your vantage point, but the guard at the door doesn't notice that you guys are particularly looking.
Can you make it in? Is it like, okay, so
So
like
there's one dude basically leaning against the door. There's two people further
On
behind.
our side of it?
No, on the inside.
Okay, okay. But the question
Does
is,
the glass appear to be full?
Make a scene
Or would I-
perception scene check.
Or would I assume?
Actually, no. Make a fighting light weapons check.
14.
It is not bulletproof.
no.
We release the guys, take one out.
What if they're not the people we're looking for?
Well, that's a good point. Okay.
Perhaps that didn't occur.
Does. Well, yeah, do they look like the same doctor who we interacted with before? Do they look like. Do they look like the people who we saw in the camera? Like, okay,
Make a perception
or
scene
similar
check.
clothes? Or
Perception scene check.
All of us?
is this still not as a guy?
No.
12.
12.
Dang, that's
5. Ooh,
I got a,
that's really
Yeah.
nice.
I got a 12. But
12?
it's 6 on my drama,
That's
it's
your
like
plus.
Not for anything right now. Sorry, guys.
two,
I also have
probably.
levels.
So
Good
19.
perception.
19.
Yeah, 19.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
So both of you see that the person on the outside is wearing a jumpsuit, and that the two people behind seem to be working with something technological. Logan, on the other hand, is able to see that there is a OPA scar on the guard person's neck, but he's unable to see what's going on with the two people.
So guys,
Do you guys see that? They have no PA star.
Star and Aqua too.
Not a tattoo.
Okay. Let's do
This
it.
is our guys.
take them out.
Preferably stealthy would be best, but I trust your decision.
How noticeable is this location?
There are a ton of people walking around. This is near the docks. There are people walking around this.
How is the door locked? What is
You
it?
can't see it. It could be locked, it might not. Either way, the person's looking.
What are you guys looking?
He didn't see you guys, but he is looking through the
Because I'm
glass.
probably just gonna mess with people.
One of the goals set for us is to take someone back alive. So whoever we found out ditched this is to take them back, preferably alive, if possible. If not, understandable. But
Is that what you was not to shoot people? I know where to aim to not kill them, but
They would have to roll
shoot their knees.
or I
I
think it's a stunt actually. I think it might be a stunt.
there is someone who's combat stunts.
Yes, you would have to knock them out, which is a stunt.
Not prone, yeah. It's
No, knock out. It's forward.
Never mind.
Forward.
Can I counter right now?
Negative one.
You could make it one, but that would reset the stunt.
I go and I pat all this on the back and I say, if the rest of the decision you choose to do this, but I think we should break him out.
You can also do the social leader.
Which one is that?
It's,
Not that bad,
I feel like maybe talking to
yeah.
them.
Oh wow, they lose half or more of their fortune.
Maybe you could flirt with them. You're a very attractive man.
That's insane.
As-
What?
If I deal more than half my fortune, I can just
I
make
can
that
flirt
on
with
patches.
Well, I have to
Yeah.
get a.
Yeah, that's so that's really good.
As long as it's damn
I
like
just like
season
order a flyers. Flirt.
Well, I mean,
It's an actual thing you can do. Or
My
maybe not
turn is
pay
zero.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, it's general social science.
Against
Or
me.
Yeah.
flirt.
Flirt with them.
Perhaps that could be a way.
Speaking from a objective
Well,
standpoint, you're a very attractive
So,
man.
OPA is typically adulters, right?
yes.
Okay.
Almost exclusively.
So, alright, hear me out on this before you go down to it. Because I like that idea, but I think we can wait a little bit. Everyone's in line of filter. I go out to try to talk to them. If things get hairy at all, feel free to come in and just start laying waste to the place. Good plan? Sounds like a plan. Alright.
We'll hide outside.
We'll
Alright.
be on watch.
What do you guys do?
But,
So I go and I.
Alright, so you're just gonna go straight up to the door, right? Okay, where are you guys going?
We want to stealth as close to the door as possible.
yeah.
Alright, both of you roll stealth, which is dexterity.
Big noise does not need big
What?
Heard it here first, folks.
Stealth, you said?
Yep.
Uh,
I need to pull up.
and what is stealth under?
Dexterity.
Sorry, oh, sorry.
I got 10.
I got a 9, but I got doubles. So that's 8.
I need to pull up.
Well, yeah, does this count as an encounter now? No.
This is an infiltration encounter.
Oh, okay. So, you force infiltration stuff. I don't know. Is that 2 or 4? I don't know which die is you're throwing that. So it's 3 different dice. So,
Oh, it's the
it's 2.
fireboy, yeah. Unfortunately.
Alright. Alright, what did you guys roll for stealth?
I got a 9.
10. She has 2 fun points there.
Alright, thank you.
Don't know what
Infiltration.
Maybe infiltration.
Oh, okay.
That's not infiltration.
We don't have them, yeah. We need the other sheet. Who has the other sheet?
Same as
Oh, sorry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh man.
You can just do that after your stealth.
How do I do that?
There's one that's just plus to your stealth up to the number of your stealth.
I'm pretty sure you get out up to 2 to your stealth. Do you have any stuff?
Yeah, I'll just have to myself.
We would have had got him on this roll.
You're just gonna
2.
2. Alright, so you end up with 11 and you with 10. Alright, so as Logan walks up to the door, the thug's eyes immediately just yoink right at us. However, he doesn't seem to notice that Axel is there. And then he looks back to Logan. Like he definitely knows
But you can seem to react to it.
he's standing behind the door.
So I'm through the
So he looks.
So you're at the door.
So all he does is just.
You haven't opened his
All he
door.
does is look at me and look back at him.
Yes, so he knows you're there. He notices you. Doesn't notice you. and he does see you. This is
Is there
through
still a crowd around?
say,
Relatively close.
well, you make a perception check now. Perception scene.
Good. That's 7.
7? Yeah, you don't know that he knows. 3. Okay, he knows you're there. You don't know that he knows
I think I'm still
you're there.
Okay.
You think you're stealthy.
Okay. I will continue.
Alright, what do? Go through the door. You go through the door. Immediately, he kind of puffs out his chesticles.
Multiple chests.
He puffs out his chest and says, "What are you?"
Okay. I probably can't do that.
Probably not.
Were you using the belt or one word again?
Yeah. That'd be Bob. My name is Bob, by the way. Give it to me. How are you?
Pulling up a list of bills are real as well. So
I
it's
could just send you a
apparently I
cheat
need
sheet
to do that now. Yeah, if you'd send that to me, it'd be great.
Let's see. This is what I've been referring to, but I also know some phrases from other things that I've been learning from the scene. Way to share, yes. Don't bring contacts. Just share it to you.
On what?
The drive.
That is not the correct way to do that. I'm not going to do it. Okay, it's fine.
I-
Alright,
Just
you just,
screenshot it.
it's fine. You send it to me like over Discord if you want. But we'll do it later. We'll figure it out later. He's just gonna look at you and say, "What are you?"
I just told you.
Roll deception. See if you believe me.
4 plus 2 is 6 plus I presume another 2. So 8.
First time.
Oh yeah, plus 4 stun points. Thanks for
Well,
John.
do that, infiltration. Yeah,
Let's go straight.
This is a social encounter.
Yeah.
There you go.
Let's just go straight to flirt. 'Cause I have 4, so
Perfect.
it starts with a
Is
line.
there one that just make him believe? Yes, please. An option. We could just add 3.
I guess I could just try like impress and just do 3.
Just make it a 1.
I don't know, 3. The comedian inside of me wants to just do flirt, but
What do you do?
I don't know if his attitude for him is open or better.
yeah, that's probably a good point. So I'll just try to go for using 3 of the 4 on
It would just give him a +3.
impress. So gain +1 for
Alright, so what's your final roll?
11 with
11.
He he doesn't care. Leave him now. That is business here.
Very well. I'll walk back out and I'll go into the crowd.
He's gonna close the door.
Does anything different after he leaves?
He immediately walks over and he turns his back to the door and he begins walking over to the 2 people that were with you.
Are we not just gonna shoot them up? I know we shouldn't do that, but. That is your decision. You're the strongest fighter of us right now.
Okay, alright.
Run.
So you're just gonna run in?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I tell them to come with me. What? You're gonna leave. Well, okay. I run, if he's facing away from the door, I
This is
run.
the location that we got, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making
Okay, I'm
sure.
gonna run up to the door and right next to it to watch the video.
Oh, you're not gonna go through the door.
Not yet. I wanna
So you
what they do.
you see
But
the
while he's looking away, I won't have the chance to get up to it.
yeah, you see the thug go over to the other two and kind of like he seems to talk to them. You can't hear what they're saying through the door, but he seems to talk to them, and it seems like they're about to get up and
And we're all outside the door.
yeah, all through the door.
Yeah.
Kick open the door.
Oh my god.
Very dramatically.
I'm just look up something in here because I'm gonna do something. And I forgot to write down what the grenades. Do you have grenades?
That's a terrible idea. We're trying to keep fun alive.
Yeah, just a little bit.
There you go.
Yeah, being complicated. Toss it back.
All right, so immediately, all three of them are just gonna leave their shit and take off.
As soon as the door swings
As
open.
soon as the door swings open, all three of them are just gonna run.
So is that initiative?
Nope.
Or going out?
So anyways, I started blasting.
Yeah, seriously, shooting.
Can I
Shoot
just
me.
do that? I'm just gonna, as they're running away, I'm gonna try to get a pot shot.
Alright.
I'm attempting to be non-lethal, go for like knees and stuff.
Just
That's
roll
allowed.
a hit. Roll the hit.
I don't know. Wait, so
Shooting.
I don't know if like they'd be in the way of like if they're in front of the doorway and I can't see them. Type thing.
Well, if I went in to the side, I'd
Oh,
see
okay.
them, but I'm letting you guys in. Yeah.
Okay, well I guess I'll also shoot a terrible shotgun. Oh, yeah.
So this is rolling to hit.
Yep.
I got a 9.
I got doubles.
19.
19.
Ew.
All right.
Jesus.
They're gonna be under underneath the light, kind of half covered. All right, which one were you aiming for?
Well, guards was like it was just one of the two that was talking. So
The two that was talking?
whichever one-
Alright.
Whichever one is easier.
All right, roll damage.
Perception. One is 12. So I can't knock him out.
12 damage. Now I'm over here just like, oh shit, how's combat working this again?
Subtract 4 to take conditions.
Right, right. He's just gonna take the fortune and keep going.
I shot at him and I got 11.
Yeah, you missed it.
Okay, even with a stun point, 6.
Added 6.
Well,
No, no, yes,
I got 6.
Look
Stun
at
point.
so look at the
That's not
stun.
how you'd have to do a stun.
Look at the stun. I mean, you can see if you get a stun too.
Yeah, well, that's what I was
To help you
asking.
can,
Is like, because that's still.
there's probably one you can use to help too.
Well, there's
Who are you aiming
I think the same one.
closest one, the guard. I assume the good guard's closer.
Okay, yeah.
So gun stuns, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 6.
Or just general combat stunts.
Spring.
General combat stunts are also on that, by the way.
On the back of this one.
No, no, these open. I don't know if there's.
Yes.
Pilots attack every target within a 5-meter distance of the original target, including allies using the same attack test. All additional targets gain +1 to defense against it.
It's insane.
I
You
got
get all of them?
possible.
Or rifle? I assume that means we get an automatic weapon.
Yeah, you don't have enough of that.
Well, I only have a pistol, so I can make a pistol for this, or no?
But you can add, you can technically add 4 to your
I was just trying to figure out if I needed to be
precision marksmanship.
grabbing a new attack or
Right.
if it could be
Then, oh no, you didn't use the
Okay,
aim
so
bonus. armor rating. Wait, you got 10? 11?
Yeah,
So if you did 2
Oh, 11 does hit. Sorry. I thought you got like a 9.
I got 11.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
No, you don't have to do your stunts right away.
Yeah. Oh, if I hit, I guess I roll for damage.
Yep.
Actually, wait. Okay.
So 9 plus 2.
2, 11 damage. Alright, this guy.
If you get half his fortune.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's 2. That's I'll have to.
Wait, I take a wild thing. This is your damage.
Yeah.
It's more than 11.
9
6?
plus 4.
Oh, it's 6.
No.
Oh, it wasn't 6?
My pistol is damage 2d6.
Oh,
Plus 2. So it's 11.
I have the OP gun.
I wish.
Yeah, it was
Always
11
pilot.
damage.
Eventually that'll come in I hope. You may not have flaw.
11, he's going to immediately just use fortune to do it.
Was that at least half of this one?
Um,
I think that's what the move is, right?
Lost that.
Half or more.
in this case, yeah, it would be over.
I'm going to use knockout then as a stun point, which means he becomes unconscious as long as the damage exceeds the target's toughness.
Yep, in this case it would. So, or actually,
Did you have 11 toughness?
no. Yeah, no. So in this case, it would just he falls to the ground unconscious for the spikes. The other two just run away.
Did you shoot?
I did shoot and I missed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right, what do you guys do?
Keep going.
I'm just gonna run after him.
Well, we can move and shoot, right?
Nope.
Combat works?
That's not how that works.
We have minor action run,
No,
major
you're-
action shoot.
You're now in a chase scene.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're now in a chase encounter, which has completely different rules.
Sorry, the stunts are for chase stunts.
So do I still have them in my...
Nancy?
Yeah, it's bottom end.
No, they all ran behind a corner. So the other two did.
If I were to pick up the body and
Yeah, we
put
have
it
to run
over my
after them, right?
put over my shoulder, does that inhibit me somehow?
Yes.
What does that make me? That puts me at
Oh, I guess it would depend how strong you are.
For you is fatigued. Yeah.
If you're throwing the rock,
You're
you're
gonna
not
see where
I'm like, let's see, what am I?
Here, can someone hand me the conditions list?
Oh,
I'm like 21, 22. That's very
Conditions.
young, and I don't know, I work on it.
Yeah, it would make you fatigued, which means that you can't run.
That's okay.
it does.
I got the boy. Weird
So you cannot participate in this chase scene.
No, unless you're going to stop and investigate it or something. But I don't think it's really good to come back.
The guard had the scar on him, right?
Yep.
Okay.
These two-
When they were running,
But you know nothing about these other two except that they were screwing with something.
when we're running by, can I take the OBA scar? And can I take the? There's a scar like actually like burned in his body.
Yeah, it's a scar.
Oh,
Well, if I get 3 sub points, I can attack them.
okay. Then I'll just take his terminal, I guess.
You take his hand terminal and run.
Or if I just investigate.
That's going to take time.
That's fine. I can probably catch up with you guys.
So you're just not a part of this chase scene?
Can
It's
I
not how it
invest-
works.
Okay, I can't. I don't know how this works. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So what's going to happen is if you choose to be a part of the chase, you're going to be in the chase encounter. And it's going to be speed versus speed. And if you get above a certain point, you'll catch it. If they get above a certain point, they'll escape.
Okay, I guess we could probably come back to this guy. So I'll join in the chase.
I'm just worried about the stuff they left behind, like, is it still gonna be there when they're back?
You don't have enough time to talk.
Okay.
So at this point, you decide, do you go or no? You guys chase?
No one else in here, right?
Nope.
Yeah. So
Okay, yeah,
who's taking it?
Alright, you guys are just running.
So chase.
All right.
What are we rolling for chase?
This is, you're just going to roll, so just a test. That's gonna be
No plus.
I believe it would be strength, but I'm not quite sure.
Hope not rid of that.
Oh no, this is just yeah, you're just gonna roll. Just roll. I got 12.
You're rolling.
No, Constitution is running, so you're gonna make Constitution checks. But I got 14.
Wait, don't we
14.
just speed plans later at all?
Yes.
Okay.
So you're gonna be giving me your speed as well. That's going to add to
Add or speed?
yeah, what's your speed?
My speed was 11.
Is 11? Oh no, it's gonna change depending on what your speed is versus their speed is. Alright. Okay, so all three of them are gonna run and they're gonna succeed. They're gonna get a speed 11, 15, and also 15. Alright. Okay, so immediately those guys are going to just run off in the other direction. All of you three make a Constitution running check. 9. Okay.
With a speed of 11. Who was what?
10 with speed of
10 with speed of 11.
14 with the speed of 12.
14 with the speed of 12.
Zoom.
I'm fast as hell.
11. Sam, you're just gonna like football tackle him down or something.
Alright, so immediately Axel and Aldous stumble over the random crap that's in the hallway, allowing the other two, the two remaining people, to pull even further ahead. Okay.
Well, are we stuck as a group? Is it a group check?
No.
Okay,
So Aldous, Logan, and Axel. What was yours? You got 14 with what on the drop die? 4. Alright, so immediately you see that they run straight down another hallway. They're going to immediately roll. 3, 4. However, it looks like they're going to stumble over some other stuff in the way as well, further down the hall. All of you three roll again.
Yeah.
12, you're going to succeed. What's your drop die?
15.
15, what's your drop die?
6. Unfortunately, I don't have some points though.
10 with drum being 1. Yes, that.
No, you didn't succeed. So you're going to also stumble over, and you two are going to catch up to him, but the other group is still very far ahead. They're stumbling. No one's tripped. They're all just a bit behind. Or they're all just, there's just stuff in the hallway that y'all have to navigate. Alright, all of you roll again.
Come on, doubles. Let's go. Doubles. Damn it. Oh, hell yeah. That's how you do it. I got 13.
13 with what on the drop there?
5.
You can shoot on the
Oh, I
It is a
can't.
thing. You can shoot the guy at
drum
damage.
being 4.
4. I did pretty bad. I got a 6. It's drum diving 1.
6, you're immediately just going to fall.
Yeah.
You're able to get up and keep going,
Yeah.
but you're falling behind.
Very
Chief.
far behind. Yeah.
Alright, do you want to do any stunts?
I'm gonna attack on you.
Alright, which one are you aiming at?
Whoever's closest
Either
to
one,
us.
either one. Does she know which one I shot?
Nope. Alright, whichever one's
Whichever
closer.
one's like furthest behind and closest to us. So I can make a bonus melee or ranged. I'm gonna use a ranged attack.
Alright, roll the hit.
Let's see. Ooh, I also got doubles on that. Nice. So 16, or no, sorry, 12 plus what?
Well, I'm
13?
13 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright, you're gonna hit.
Hell
But
yeah.
you're gonna do half damage.
Okay, that's fine.
Alright, roll damage.
So it's 3d6 plus 2. It's doubles again. Oh my god. I'm just getting wrapped up all the.
does it count on damage?
Not on damage, on damage.
So that's 6 plus 2. So 8, 4.
4, he's just gonna take the fortune out of it. Alright.
You might be able to attack on the move again, how many you have.
You can only do one per round. Alright, everyone roll again.
Did you actual stuff? Or those that I got from the first one?
And, okay, much better this.
Oh boy.
I got a 12 with a 6 in the draw.
6. What'd you get?
18 drawn back in a 6, and I got doubles.
Hell
So
yeah.
You can do it. It's attack on the move.
attack on the
I
move.
think you should do number 5 or something.
Oh, there is another one.
Make someone fall,
You
yeah.
get a 20 if you spend 5. But I don't know, I think it's all.
What'd you get?
So I got a 10 with an 11. Yeah, an 11 with a 6 on the draw die.
Alright.
Or you could give them a -2.
Yeah, that's what you should do.
That's really good.
I should have done that, but I didn't.
I can only do one or the other.
So
So
what's the point of shortcut? You just, oh wait, one plus. So
um,
you do.
I think I'm just gonna do interference, which means that a character of my choice suffers a -2 penalty on the next chase test. So I'm going to put it on the one that's furthest ahead.
Okay. Alright, should we do the chase testing? Alright, they are also going to choose they're going to choose interference on you, because you're the one who's been intervened so far.
So 18 down to
No, on your next one.
On the next one, okay. And they have theirs on the next one too.
Yep, so, yep. Alright, everyone roll.
13 with a 6 in the draw.
My dice are broken.
Oh my
You got a 6, 6, and a 2 again. So 12
You're up to 8 so you're back up to 8 so.
or 2 plus
Shoot.
2 is 16. So
-2.
So
Yeah,
minus
it's
2.
not.
So it's 14 with the drawn die being 6. He has it. I want to do the shoot on them.
You're going to attack on
Yeah.
what was your snuff point? It was 6 on this
6 on
round
the
die?
draw, yeah. So I'm at
Okay.
8.
I got a, I believe it was 12 with, all 4 on the drum dice.
Roll the board. Alright, so immediately, Logan is going to just sprint ahead and completely just like tackle the dude in the back. However, as he does so, it opens up into the main hangar, and immediately one of the dude further ahead begins sprinting straight toward the ship.
Oh, but you didn't shoot on the move, so you get the shot at it.
Right, so you get to shoot at him once.
Yeah.
All right, roll the hit.
Can I also do stuff?
You can.
Can I see?
Oh, you got a -2 penalty. You get a -2 penalty to the roll. You did 0 damage then.
Wait, why did I get a 0?
When you did your last
Yeah,
attack,
when you
you get a
attack on the move, you
-2.
get -2.
You get -2. So this guy didn't take any damage.
What was your hit roll?
She rolled 11.
Oh yeah, the -2.
Yeah, the -2 would have affected
Yeah,
that.
my bad.
You good?
So I got 10 for the attack, and I guess that would be a -2 on that.
Yeah, you get an 8, you miss.
Yeah, okay.
Did you add to that though? You still have what? You still have a ton of stuff.
I guess I could use this.
Where's the combat stuff?
He has it.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
We've been asking for it.
general time
So,
that.
See, I was trying to do a stuff.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, when you're good, take your time. I'm no rush.
Is there anything you can add to it? No, that's damage. Just see if you can
Oh.
get like adding to your.
Defense, cover available.
How much did you need? Where's the chase points again? Because you're at 8, and then you need attack on the move. How many is attack on the move? Right here.
It's 3.
So
So
I'm
that,
back.
that was your chase stunt.
There's 5 left.
oh, so we're on.
Yeah, that was your chase stunt. That would be it for this round.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You can't use
So I can use it. So yeah, lock. Like missed.
Yeah, so
You
you
still have- You
missed.
still have 5.
Got the,
I thought the chase.
that was your chase stunt.
So yeah, but that's fine. If we're still in the chasing time, we still have 5
Are we still
points left.
chasing?
This was the last round.
Okay.
So,
So it's gonna lose. I'm gonna lose it anyways.
Well, we got
but that was your stunt.
That was my stunt.
So now,
I understand.
yeah, you get one last stunt to use if you haven't used one this turn.
Wow, it was the only two, because I only have 2 stuff points left, and so the only ones that I have are like, oh, on the next turn. Like, I mean,
Yeah, there is no next turn in this case. Sorry,
that's
you.
fine.
Alright, you want to use your stunt points?
I don't have.
Alright,
So
so.
are you able to shoot it?
No.
So you're able to tackle the second person straight to the ground. However, the front man immediately begins running toward a ship, and and you see him shouting on his hand terminal. The airlock opens and he jumps inside before it closes, and you see that the ship begins the takeoff procedures. The chase encounter is now over. What do you guys do?
How long did it take off the shoot?
You have about 10 minutes.
Okay. So we really took that much time, but even though that's not much time.
Is there a way to
Uh,
Is there a way to
you is running. You have a few
Is
minutes.
there a way to disable the ship?
Not from where you are.
We're on up there until I just talking. I have this one here now. That's what I can kill.
Okay. Well, that was.
While he's deciding that, yes, just start punching the guy.
That's just it. You're just gonna start punching him.
Well, I don't have any way to
Knock
find
him
him.
out, I guess.
What's in my toolbox?
Oxy settling torch, some wrenches, screwdrivers, basic. It's a basic toolkit. What do? You only have a few minutes
I
to
have
figure
zip
it out.
ties.
You.
I zip tie his hands as best as I can.
As you do so, he begins laughing. He immediately, and he's laughing as his like blood runs out of his nose from you just slamming the ground. He's like, "You catch me, blood remains. Eskel is on the Eskel escaped.
That was a scout.
You messed up." And he's like coughing and says,
Okay.
he's laughing.
What? Okay. Engineering. Do I know where like the engine of the ship is?
No. That would require you to leave the hangar bay, the docks.
I thought you said it was taking.
Okay. So let me describe you. Let me describe you.
It seemed like it was on the ground.
So here's how the docks work in this universe. Basically, how a ship attaches to a dock is so the ship remains in its entirety
And
outside.
just an airlock attachment.
And just the airlock attaches to a matching airlock, and they link up, and then they're able to cycle the airlock and allow people to do it. Now,
You just attempt to connect the airlock.
you can if you wanted to run into a ship full of people.
What's the plan?
So by hacking the airlock, that would require you to get on the ship.
Well, could it take off if the airlock is stuck open?
Make a perception hearing check.
Okay.
Only a 9. You hear your hand turn
Okay.
you check it. You see you're getting a call from
take it as I'm going towards the airlock.
You're going towards the airlock. Is it here? What do you plan on doing? Just hacking it? Hacking the
I'm
airlock?
just taking the call through.
Alright. Immediately comes online. He goes, all this. What's going on?
The thing we found that this one of them escaped on the ship. It's about to leave.
It's about to be. Well, lucky for you, I bought a frigate. It's in docking bay 22. I was able to get a few crew members aboard from contacts I already had in Arrows. And you're probably too late to get to the ship if they're already in the takeoff procedures. But if you can disable the ship with your ship, you're probably good to go. We just need him alive. Who is it?
James.
Jameson Eskel, the leader of the OPA.
So that's what his buddy said.
Alright,
Got the other two down. Not on the ship.
we need him. We need him dead or alive. It seems like he was the person who caused all this. But if we need to question him. If he's connected with this bombing, it's our job to detain him and dole out the punishment. Try to disable the ship and get him back alive. If you can't, well, it's better that he was gone.
Okay, so could I? Yeah, so can the ship leave with the airlock and stuff? I assume
Yes.
I assume no.
Yes, they can override the safety procedures. Hey, John, he just offered you a ship.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. But
Just letting you know.
so he thinks it's better off to attack their ship, leave the ship.
He is giving you a frigate, which is you know that a frigate is a very, guns.
This is
So he's giving you like a workhorse to attempt to go after this guy.
who's offering us a ship?
Paul. Oh, so just because you were in the restroom,
Yes.
all this got a call from Paul, who was pretty concerned about the whole situation, but he was able to get a frigate, and he was able to buy a frigate
Okay,
on Arrows,
just buy one.
and he just
okay.
offered it to you guys.
Let's do it. Second chance.
You can still try to hack the airlock.
Let's do
Well,
that first.
what's that gonna do? Okay.
Make just make an intelligence check. Intelligence tactics if you have it, or intelligence science. in this case.
16.
16. You know that if you were able to hack the airlock to open it on your side, they could just override the security protocols and just leave, causing explosive decompression for the entire company. Starting with you.
Sick. Okay. Okay, not a good idea.
So it would be good if they hadn't already started takeoff procedures.
Yeah.
However, he was calling them on board.
You two get to that new ship. I'm gonna go check the guard.
Get it ready. You know how to do this, right?
I'm
There we
running
go.
as fast as I can.
You're running back.
Yes.
All right, make a Constitution running save.
So I'm still, is it a contact?
Take it with you.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, let's go. So I pick him up and throw him over my shoulder.
Make just a strength might check.
I got a 9.
You got a 9. By the time you get there, he's gone.
He's knocked out.
He was knocked out, and then he rolled really high on Constitution.
12. For the strength of my
12. You're able to get him up, and you're slowed, but you're able to get to the ship.
I throw him down in some corner where I can still see him, but somewhere that he's out of the way.
All right, you run into the correct dock. And you run into the correct dock, and you're able to see that that okay. You good?
I was just wondering how we could get up in 2 minutes.
Oh,
Because unconscious is helpless and can't take actions. But
well, that encounter ended in this case. And in this case, I rolled against your running save, and he just rolled really high. Alright, so normally it would have been like you see him running away, but in this case, like
how do I see like where he went?
you can roll intelligence tracking, or I'm sorry, perception tracking. However, you don't have much time.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I'll do it to see.
Alright, roll tracking.
10.
Yeah, you can.
I'll just go back.
Alright, so make another running save. Alright, so for you two who go onto the ship, you're immediately greeted by a few people in jumpsuits manning. You immediately just meet this one dude who is just kind of standing in front of the airlock. He goes, "Are you Dirt Squad? You the dirty people?"
Yes, sir. We got the worry. Let's get on the ship now.
Right. Now weren't there three? Is that guy there slung over your shoulder? Weren't there three of you?
For all intents and purposes, he is with us, but there's one more. He should be coming. He probably has an issue with that.
He's on the way.
Just kidding. We got to go. Hurry, please.
We got the buddy. Oh, okay. Right. So, come with me. Now you might all want to get your vac suits on. We're going to be immediately getting into combat with another ship. Vac suits is the basically spacesuit. And all of you know that when you're getting into any sort of space combat, you're going to want to put that on. Just in case someone fires a hole in the ship, you don't want to immediately die.
Let's put those on as fast as we can.
Alright, as they're putting it on, you're able to make it in time and get to the ship. Alright, and you see them getting their vac suits on, and the other dude standing in a vac suit, smoking a cigarette on a spaceship.
What did we do about the dude we captured? Are we putting
Right,
him back soon?
get him into a crash couch, and
You have a hold on this ship or something?
well, I'll tie him into the crash couch, but if you don't put him in the crash couch, he'll immediately die on any sort of thrust maneuver.
Well, then I'll let you deal with that. So I just toss it to him. Toss the dude.
Toss the dude.
Yes.
All right, he's gonna grab him and put him into basically this big gel-filled coffin-looking thing with a whole bunch of computers in front of it,
Oh, yeah.
and he's gonna basically tie him in with some ratchet straps. Right. So not to be awkward, but I just he only hired me. You have a pilot,
This is VB, sir. At your service.
right? Well, that's good. You ever piloted a frigate before?
I'm sure it can't be that difficult.
Well, it's gonna happen with the king. We'll get into the pilot seat, start pre-flight checks.
What's his name?
Can I-
Can we ask his name?
No.
We were trying to get off the ship
The
quick.
the guy that you put in the crash couch, I want to investigate his
All right. Roll perceptions, or what are you looking for?
mind. Hand terminal weapons.
Yeah.
Taking it.
Perception searching.
Taking everything but his
Perception searching.
clothes. Everything but his clothes.
Oh, I got doubles. But I got
15.
I got 16.
You're able to see there's no OPA scar on him.
Oh shit.
But he does have an OPA tattoo. He does have a hand terminal that's locked. Otherwise, that's about it. It seems like he left with no weapon. All right. As you do so, they look at you and sit, and the guy says, "All right, now this here frigate needs at least 4 people to work. Now, I'll be the captain, seeing as how it's my ship and y'all can fuck off otherwise. However, we have a pilot. I'm gonna need any sort of engineer, technician type of guy. We need someone in the engine bay. All right, so get your way up to the bridge. You'll be in charge of engines. Now, what can you do, sir?
Well, you're unique
Well, preferably, I need someone on communications.
I can do that.
Right. Well, that's good. Well, hopefully we won't immediately die. I don't even know what type of ship we're up against. Any ideas?
That's good.
That will be all this.
Right. What type of ship are we up against? As you guys are walking up to the bridge. Make a perception seeing check. 9. You were able to see that it was a fairly small ship, but nothing about it in particular.
That's not even small.
Well, small's good. Small's good. A frigate is a bit bigger than your average shuttle, but let's hope it ain't something huge. All right. So, all right. So immediately you guys get onto the bridge, and he kind of points you towards a particular crash couches. Now, I'm going to explain some world building about space combat. In this case, a bullet or a missile might kill you. Right. Here's the problem. Humans can only withstand about 12 Gs at any given time. And even then, that's pushing the limit of what humans can just take. Now, 12 Gs means 12 times the Earth's force of gravity. So 9.8 meters per second squared, that's 12 times that, about 110. 115. So it's pretty bad if you get, 12 Gs. You don't want that. So crash couches are made to kind of cushion you. And they're these big gel-filled coffin-looking things. And so you basically you set yourself in it, and you're able to rest yourself, and you strap yourself in, and all of the computers are up in front of you. It's not like a normal seat like you would think. Does that make sense? Now, ships are designed more as skyscrapers than they are your ships from, say, Star Wars. The problem with ships from Star Wars is that they walk going this way and they're moving that way. Newtonian physics doesn't like that. In this case, the engine is going to be straight down beneath you, and you're going to effectively be pointing straight up, and that's going to be your forward. Does that make sense? Right. So, if you guys decide to make a maneuver at more than 12 Gs, you'll die. Shouldn't be a problem. As a pilot, you would. As people who live in this type of universe, you guys would also know that. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's do it. So immediately as you guys undock from this bay, the other, you on communications immediately see that the other ship has locked on to you guys and is burning very far at a very high acceleration away from arrows to give you guys some space. All right. In this case, the captain of the ship, who you guys did not ask the name of, is going to immediately yell from his crash couch. All right, is that the ship?
I believe so.
Right. All right, sir. What's your name? Communications guy.
It is Axel. What is
All right, Axel. I'm gonna need you to lock on to the other ship. Lock onto it. Read its transponder logs. We need to figure out what type of ship this is. All right. Yeah, you're gonna roll intelligence technology.
Okay.
Right. Pilot. What's your name?
My name is Logan.
Logan. All right, Logan. I like you. You're gonna head straight for it. Now, I assume you know how to pilot a ship of any kind.
Know how to pilot a ship. Trust me on that.
Well, try not to kill us while we head after it. I'm going to recommend a 3G burn. It's going to hurt. We have crash catches for that. If not, we can put on the juice. Right, you, techno boy. What's your name? Aldous. Aldous. All right. Keep the engine from exploding now, would you? Shouldn't be a problem. Our frigate is state-of-the-art, Martian built. All right. Now that you guys are kind of outside of the immediate vicinity after maybe a half an hour of just straight burn. Now we're going to go into space combat. Unless you guys would like to end it today.
Probably should end.
Alright, so we're going to leave on that heck of a cliffhanger. And immediately going into space combat with Jameson Eskel's ship, which you have identified to be another frigate. Awesome. Yep. Now, quick note on ships. Frigates are not big, but they're not small either. They're about the smallest kind of ship that has a full range of weapons. They don't have a railgun, but they have torpedoes and a point defense network. A point defense network are literal Gatling guns mounted to the sides of the ship that kind of retract in and out. They're going to be what you're going to want to use to shoot down missiles. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to end on that heck of a cliffhanger. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. And next week we're going to be continuing on with Jean's Eldrana campaign. And then probably the week after that we're going to